Hello, I'm Robert, and today I'm going to be discussing a case analysis on the company of Deloitte. Deloitte is one of the big four accounting firms that provides services such as auditing and assurance, consulting, risk and financial advisory, and tax assessment. The company was founded in 1845 in London, England. Since then, the firm has gone through many mergers and acquisitions to eventually become the largest accounting firm in the world in terms of revenue. The other big four accounting firms are PricewaterhouseCoopers, KPMG, and Ernst & Young. And they've been vying for Deloitte's spot as the largest firm for a long time. In recent years, the margins have been close, and Deloitte even fell behind PricewaterhouseCoopers in 2015 and 2016. The main focus of this case will be Deloitte's struggle to remain at the top and how they can push themselves forward in their competitive marketplace. Remaining at the top spot in the public accounting industry is important, as the company will inherently gain more business from its prestige. Everyone wants to work with the biggest and the best. The organization of Deloitte's strategy is to provide top quality accounting and business consultation services to as wide of a range of businesses and business markets as possible. There are three external environmental factors that I'd like to pinpoint for this analysis. The first is Deloitte only has direct competition with other large accounting firms, but has a lot of indirect competition with many smaller firms. Second, the public accounting industry has a high turnover rate and a significant amount of employee burnout. And third, accounting firms are required to constantly adapt to outside regulation from the Financial Accounting Standards Board in the United States and the International Accounting Standards Board for international operations. Here is the pestle analysis for Deloitte. For the sake of time, I'd like to focus on political and economic forces. In terms of political forces, changes to government regulations and tax policy affect public accounting firms such as Deloitte in a major way, as they have to update their systems and reconfigure their estimated service times. Economic forces actually don't have much of an effect on public accounting firms. Deloitte and other firms will always have clients despite changes in market conditions because in a lot of cases, audits are a legal requirement. Moving on to the VRIO analysis, here are some short explanations on where Deloitte finds its competitive advantage. Deloitte provides value as its services are needed and sometimes required by its customers. This allows it to pass the competitive disadvantage benchmark. The ability to audit and provide services to major corporations is only held by a few firms, including Deloitte. This identifies it as rare and allows it to pass competitive parity. The work and scale of service Deloitte provides is extremely difficult to imitate, and only a few firms have come close. Therefore, it is inimitable and moves past temporary competitive advantage. Deloitte is also well organized and captures its company value in full. This causes it to move forward from unused competitive advantage and fully achieve a sustained competitive advantage. Its success for the last century and a half gives credibility to this. Now to cover Deloitte's corporate advantage concepts. Throughout its historical development, Deloitte has acquired many companies to help expand its operations. A big expansion into the consulting industry happened in 2013 when Deloitte purchased Monitor Group, a large strategy consulting business. Throughout many mergers and acquisitions, Deloitte has managed to develop multiple branches of service that synergize with each other to give it corporate advantages. As a company, Deloitte has been performing at the top of its game, and there are a few suggestions that could help them improve. However, I'll list some of my recommendations. I believe Deloitte should analyze and reevaluate its employer-employee relations. Many public accounting firms tout themselves as great places to work with great work conditions. Unfortunately, this simply isn't true. Due to the nature of public accounting, almost all employees are salaried and receive no overtime pay. They're then required to work extremely long hours for part of the year and are not compensated appropriately. This causes burnout and a poor work-life balance. If Deloitte took a stance with its employees and started compensating with overtime pay, it would increase its reputation significantly, provide a higher quality service, and indirectly boost its revenue. My second suggestion relates to the first. Deloitte needs to come up with a better solution for the months of January to March, commonly referred to as busy season. Its employees are overloaded with work and perform at a lower standard due to exhaustion. Increasing the number of year-round hires would solve this problem. Finally, I suggest Deloitte takes these actions first out of the rest of its Big Four competitors rather than reacting to their changes. Taking the initial leap will cement its position at the top and keep Deloitte competitive for years to come.